to be absolutely perfect.
So call back now, but now with
speaking of perfect,
with further fanfare, do you know, Brendan, how many of these were pre-ordered? Just in mentioning it, close to 100. Okay, over 100 people pre-ordered. Mike Mezak, I turn the stage over to you because there is a lot to talk about here.
You know, I've been doing this for decades and decades and decades and decades. And certified coins are kind of they're the backbone of the collecting hobby. Certifying, you know, older coins, newer coins, commemorative coins, whatever it is, the certification is the key. And from the beginning of numismatic time, all coins have been graded on a 70-point scale, what they call the Sheldon scale. That is not going away. Most coins, I'm assuming, will continue to be graded on a 70-point scale, although I don't necessarily know. But many people in the collecting world, and in all honesty, a lot of younger collectors, they're used to collecting sports cards or comic books or other things that are all graded on 10-point scales. So 10 is perfect. That is something that's in our mind, you know, 10 is perfect. So NGC came up with an entirely new company, in essence, that they call NGCX. And X is, you know, the Roman numeral for 10.
Right.
So that's why they went with NGCX. And they're going to be grading coins for the very first time on a 10-point scale. So as people say, well, is this a 70? It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Okay, which is a 70, but it's a 10. Understand, it's that. And so what's the next grade down? 9.9.
Yeah.
9.9, just like sports collectibles, just like comic books, all of that stuff. And so you have this, and so what I have is this is my exclusive core. In other words, and here's the other thing. NGCX, there are only 12 dealers in the country that can even grade or sell, in essence, NGCX. We're obviously one of them. We are debuting NGCX for the entire world right here, right now. Because of that, look at this price. Instead of $129, I'm $99.95. Okay, $99.95. And now here's the I told you if you stuck around, it'd be something really cool. And if you look at this right over here, you'll see it's welcome to NGCX. Now, it's not for free certifications.
Right,
okay?
right.
Nobody does that except on our today. It's one free, and here's the thing. NGC has never done a free coin certification with an offer ever before in their history.
Oh, no kidding.
And it's only for today.
Oh, wow.
And it's only for this coin and today, and it's not gonna happen again. This was a weird deal. Now, to help people along, because people go, well, I got more than one coin to grade.
Okay.
We also allowed you to do 5 additional coins that you can put into your order for only $10 a coin. Versus $35 is what they value this at.
Wow.
Is what they value a single coin certification at. So you get a free certification, you can do 5 more coins at $10 a piece. All of that absolutely, positively unprecedented, but it is their way, it is our way to introduce the world to NGCX, the 10-point grading scale.
Nice.
Now the fact is, it's not like NGC invented the 10-point grading scale, or I did. It's been around kind of for as long as we've had, you know, numbers. 10 seems to be, you know, goes from single digits to double digits. That seems to be pretty perfect. And particularly what they did is to match this, they grade a lot of sports collectibles, they grade a lot of comic books, they grade a lot of other things, they grade video games, all of those types of things. And those are all graded on a 10-point scale. So this is just for all of those customers out there, for all of those collectors out there that says, I just want my grading scales to match. I understand it's not for everybody, okay? You know, old school coin guys are going to stick with the 70 grading scale. We're still going to sell the vast majority of coins we sell are going to be 70 and all on. But for anybody that wants to have it fundamentally, I guess for newer collectors, easier to understand, this is it right here. This is it. And actually, NGC is going to be charging a premium for the NGCX, because it is going to be smaller, so they don't have the economies of scale. So this is going to be your only opportunity be able to grade those coins for $10. You get 5 of them for $10.
Nice.
I'm actually subsidizing part of that. And then 1 coin that you can send in for free. You do have to, just like the annex certificate, you have to pay the shipping and handling. But you have that in there. They have never done that before. They have only done that exclusively with my company. As you can see, already 200 of these, 200 of these gone. This will also be the 2023 Eagle. This will be the very first time that the 2023 Eagle has been made available in NGCX. As a matter of fact, it's the very first time any coin has ever been able to do this. They kept it under wrap for several months. We had non-disclosure agreements, and we finally came up with that today. We had to get special dispensations because technically the launch date is January 1.
Oh, no kidding.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
This is the very first look of a live coin that anybody in the entire world outside of basically, NGC and their 12 dealers has had a look at, and you're looking at it for the very first time. So it is graded 10, which is perfect.
Right.
So a perfect 10, if you will, is what we have now. So for many people I've talked to, I said, so we're going to grade on a 10-point scale. NGC is going to do this. They go, oh, finally, that's not confusing. Now, it's not confusing to me. It's not confusing to a lot of collectors. We get it because we've done the 70-point scale. But this is a new way of looking at collecting. It's a new way of doing this. And I think that we have lots of, obviously, with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people buying this right now, the phone lines are extraordinarily busy. I mean, everybody is looking at this as part and parcel of their collection. So what you're going to have is this is the highest grade. 10 is perfect. The next grade down, 9.9, 9.8, 9.7, all the way down from there. But 10 is the one that you look for. So if you collect sports collectibles, for instance, okay, a 9.9 and a 10 can make thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in difference in terms of price. Highest grade available. There's still going to be population reports. There's still going to be all of the things you're used to with NGC. It's just a new way to look at grading, and we are debuting this worldwide right now.
Well, I mean, it's pretty exciting, and it's interesting that, because I was going to make that observation myself, that this is an easier foray for new coin collectors, because I think it's, at least for me, and maybe even for you, easier to understand that 10-point scale. But the other thing that you should realize about that, and whether this was what NGC had in mind when they did this or not, in the last couple of years, I think it's been the most exciting time in history when it comes to coin collecting. So as an overarching statement, I think more people have been discovering coin collecting over the course of the last 2 or 3 years based on COVID and everything else, and silver shortages.
Change in design of the American Silver Eagle. Yep.
I mean, so I think it's smart on their part that it's like they want to welcome you in and leave it to Mike, because trust me when I tell you, nobody gets to do things in the world of coin collecting like Mike Mizak. I mean, just short of the fact, this isn't even available into January 1st.
Right.
So if you look at it not only from the exclusivity and the limited availability and the perfection of a 10-point scale, which maybe even makes it a little more readily able to give to somebody, because you don't have to go through the whole dissertation, well, listen, it's on a 70-point scale. Right. And then the exclusivity not only of that of the core, which is also exclusive to Mike.
Right, you can only get this from me.
You can only get this from you, but remember, with the limited availability of this, I know we're providing kind of an education and an awareness, but please do not, don't let that prohibit you from making the phone call tonight, just based on the fact that we did the launch a few moments ago and hundreds of you have already said yes to it. And the other thing about this, if you are discovering HSN for the very first time, even though you cannot buy this in the world of coin collecting, understand that. You can't get this with the core, with the perfection, it's before it's even available anywhere else. But then we're making it absolutely irresistible to say no, because you can get it at home for FlexPay. So those are interest-free payments. So a little over $30, $33 and change. We're going to pay to send it to you, which if you shop later today at $75, you're looking at free shipping on everything. Did you know you could even do an apply and buy on this, which I don't know how relevant it is, but hey, that's another 20 bucks if you get, approved on your HSN card, and at least get this at home. Because is it fair to say this is like another Today's Special?
Yeah, I think a mini one. What I'm saying, because I don't.
Right, because we don't have the same kind of quantities.
The same kind of quantity, and it's one grading, not 4 gradings.
Right.
But NGC's never done a grading before.
Right.
So in other words, next week there is what's called the fun show. That seems like a lot of fun. Florida United Numismatists, okay, it's over in Orlando. It's the biggest coin show of the year. It is monstrous. NGC will be there grading coins.
Right.
I think it's at the show, $100 a coin, I think.
Ooh.
Same day service is $250.
Do you know what's so funny? I keep forgetting about the grading certificate just because I'm so excited about the coin.
The coin by itself
I'm
at
serious.
$99.95. You get one free NGCX coin grading with this.
Right.
Okay, you get one. We will give you, and here's the thing that we did with that, is you can get up to 5 additional coins at $10 each.
What is it, a 20% discount? I'm trying to do 20.
More like 50% discount. Okay, more like a 50% discount.
He's the numbers guy.
Yeah, it's more like a 50% discount on those additional coins.
So
dealers that are out there that haven't done any NGCX, want to do whatever you want to do with that, with the free certification and the 5 additionals at $10 a piece, there's no way, discount, and you still get this coin. So if you order 5 of these, you can get 5 of these, 10 of these and 10 of these and so on and so forth. So people are buying many of those is what's happening. As you can see, already almost 400.
Yeah.
So we're going to sell 400, 500 of these in the debut. And this is indeed the worldwide debut. Understand, NGC is going to end up, they're going to end up certifying the NGCX. They're going to put lots and lots of money into this, but we are the very first place to be able to get this worldwide.
Can I make a stupid observation?
By the way, this is only available today.
Oh, that's right.
Only today.
So only today.
Even after the price goes up, this is gone.
So you see that huge, that's a deep discount, which by the way, in the world of coin collecting, Mike doesn't, we don't really do price adjustments. We just don't. I mean, there's no reason to. But Mike was referencing that coin show. And you know what it almost reminds me of? Because we've got the Tucson Gem Show coming up in the first week of February, and everybody's talking about, how they go to the dealers. Like Jay goes directly to the booth, he goes to the, all this. It's almost like going to that coin show, to that direct booth, that one-time offer, that select audience that gets to get a collectible coin in that very small, specific, area or grouping. Seriously.
Right. Well, and that's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is between the Today Special.
Yep.
Between the 50-gram bar, between this right here, we're giving you things you literally cannot buy anyplace else on the planet.
So it's almost like dealing with a private dealer. Like
it's like having, I'm your coin concierge, if you will. It is ultimately what it comes down to. And then with a bonus that has never been offered before. I mean, the price is spectacular. At $99.95, it would be amazing. I mean, when you come back in this, it's going to be $129.95.
And you'll sell every
and I'll sell them for years. Yeah. I mean, this is the new thing right here. It's a 10-point grading scale. We've always graded 70-point grading scale in coins. Okay, NGC said it's time to give people an